find shares worth looking at? How to choose good shares?
Good shares. I like cash flow. I always look at cash flow. I like dividends, dividend cover, normal sort of stuff. I'm not good at momentum trading. I never understand technology stocks, which are the good ones, which are the bad ones. So I tend to leave technology alone, both long and short. I don't understand how people value it. But I like, you know, I'm pretty defensive really on longs. I like dividend payers and low Ps and all that sort of boring stuff.
What about shares that are going to go down and make you money?
Yeah, I like them. Yeah, I'm all for them.
How do you find them?
Well, because I'm getting on a bit now. I mean, I have a sort of network of friends and people I speak to and I respect. And we, you know, talk to each other. A lot of my job is chatting on the phone. I'm not a great meeter of people. Funnily enough, I'm about to go and meet somebody, but that's pretty unusual for me to be out meeting someone. So I do quite a lot of talking on the telephone. Someone might say, oh, have you looked at this company? Have you looked at that company? Looks a bit dodgy to me, or it looks very good to me. So it's really, you build up over the years. It's quite a small community. Private investors, you know, or sort of professional investors who know what they're doing, and you get to know who the ones to listen to are and who the ones not to listen to are. So I'd like to think I probably know maybe 10, 15 people whose I know they have good track records, their opinions I respect, and it's just like the grapevine. You find out about companies. You don't sort of, you might read something about them in the papers, but how you find them, it's in various different forms, mostly. You know, people ringing me and saying, oh, have you had a look at that? Or just keeping your ear to the ground through the financial press and that sort of thing.
Without giving away trade secrets, are there any telltale signs that you know, young investors, new investors could look out for, either if they're long and have got great hopes in a company or want to go short? Any giveaway language or financial ratios that you want to share?
I think it's always useful and it's not too much trouble if you're looking at a potential investment, either long or short, is to doesn't take very long. Go back and look at what the company has said, say, over the last 2 or 3 years. Just read all their announcements about what they're going to do. You know, promises from the finance director or the chief executive officer. We look forward to next year with great encouragement. We believe we've turned the corner, all this sort of stuff. Some might be very cautious, saying times are going to be tricky ahead, but we believe we can cope with it, blah, blah, blah. So just look at what a company tells you it's going to do. Every company, twice a year, will give you an outlook. Once at their preliminary results, once at the interim stage, and quite often they'll have interim management statements twice a year as well, so that's 4 times a year, plus trading updates. Read all those and then say to yourself, well, did that happen? Because you can tell, because it's history. Now, if a company is always breaking promises, saying, okay, we just need one last 20 million to get us over the line, and they say that 3 times in a row, and there are plenty around who do that, then you'd think, well, do I want to invest in that company? If, as happens, a company quietly and without shouting too much tells you what it's going to do, and you think, bloody hell, they did that, they did that, they did that, they did that, tick, 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 all the boxes, then yes, it's an enormous comfort to then go and buy the shares, and that would certainly put you off selling them if a company always does what it says it's going to do. Something like that, it's not rocket science. You're just looking back and checking on the validity of a company's statements. If they make sort of wild, which a lot of companies do, wild promises of great things that never happen, then you think, well, hang on a minute, I might go short there, when you realise roughly when they're going to run out of money.